What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. My name is MFozzii and today is Monday, which means it is another custom and tactics video. I've got horrible haircut again. It needs cut again. You know, it's been 6 weeks since we got that nice trim. Getting back to that lockdown style trims, and it's time to dive into 4-2-2, so the 4-2-2-2 custom tactics that saved my weekend league, and the next FUT champs could help you get those extra wins. Now, let's have a little look. We'll flick down to the squad. I'll show you the team that we were using as well. The team worked very, very well. It was rather surprising. We've got Pedro went into an SPC. We'll scrap that. That's the team. That's how we played up. What I'll say is, Ronaldo Sanchez, he's on 8km. I feel like he's just getting a little bit behind the power curve. So hopefully, Ligue 1 Team of the Season drops this Friday. Hopefully, he doesn't deserve a Team of the Season, but hopefully we get another like Leo centre mid or a centre mid in general from Ligue 1 who can play that role. And the team in general was nice. Muller, fantastic from Division 1 and FUT champs, 38 games, 44 goals and 24 assists. He was playing striker for me in the 4-2-2. It just worked very, very well, and this is how things were run. So you can see we're playing long ball, and after press after possession loss, we have 5 width across both, and we're back up to 7 depth for this formation, and we're just playing 5 players in the box and corners too, and free kicks too. Now, but a couple of comments recently about getting gameplay in the videos. I've actually just finished. I finished uni last week. My last exam was on the Wednesday, so throughout these next couple of weeks, whenever we're recording for videos, I'm going to record a little bit of gameplay midweek and a little bit during champs when I can, and then I'll incorporate that into the video so you guys can actually see how it plays in game, at least like a game cut up. Obviously, I don't want to over explain it. I just want to give you guys a little glimpse of highlights and maybe build up play defensively, stuff like that. But this formation, before we dive into the tactics too, a bit of clarification. I was planning to release a 3-4-2-1 custom tactics. If you've seen on my social media, you would have seen that. It worked really well for me in my Division 1 rival games, but in FUT champs, I went to 6-1 and then went to 8-5. I lost 4 in the bounce on Saturday morning, playing really early, all by 1 goal. It was really unfortunate. It's probably what stopped me getting elite this week. I would have had my first elite if it wasn't for that cock up on that morning. And that's when I made the switch to 4-2-2, and I went from 8-5 to from 8-5 to 20-8. So I was 20-7. Obviously, I went to try and push for elite. We lost that game. So I feel like this formation, I'm going to keep using it this week, and I might actually have an updated version of this next Monday. I want to try and stick with this formation because I felt it worked that well and got me that close to elite that we could do it during the Ligue 1 Team of the Season. So that's how we line up in game. Renato was substitute as the 2 defensive midfielders. Del Piero and Royce playing cam. I'll say this stage of the game they're a little bit too slow. Del Piero, he's just too slow. You get those breakthroughs, and this is where gameplay would be handy. So we might have a full gameplay episode next week. How to set up your left and right attacking midfielder, get into almost like left and right winger positions in build up play. So Del Piero is just a little bit too slow. I essentially need 4 players like Vasquez in regards to pace and abilities. So we're going to work towards making those changes. Hopefully get some good rewards from Gold 1. And let's look at the instructions. So I have the goalkeeper actually on comfort crosses and sweeper keeper. I don't like this Neuer card. He has custom animations. Something's just weird with him. I want him out of the team as soon as possible, but he was a bit iffy, to be honest. Just leaking goals left, right, and centre. So I went for the extra comfort crosses and sweeper keeper. Let's just putting balls to the wall. You can play standard if you want. It didn't feel like it made much difference as usual, and as you can expect, the centre backs are on the normal. They're normal. The fullbacks are both on stay back while attacking and overlap. If you've watched the videos throughout the year, I've been a big advocate of attacking fullbacks. But from playing 3 at the back and 5 at the back, I struggled personally with 4 at the back formations, like just 3 balls, not having enough men back on like build up and stuff. So I played them stay back just to get comfortable with the 4 back again, and actually found a way that it works quite well and still gives them space to attack. And this is, I'll sort of explain it now as we look at the CDM. So Sabitzer is going to be fully balanced but on get forward. So you don't touch anything else, you just put him on get forward, and that's because with him just playing say fully balanced with balanced attack and support, you'll find there's a huge gap that can form between your defensive midfielders and your cams. Having Sabitzer or any sort of box-to-box player, Muller can actually play this role fantastically. So if you have a Muller, play him here. Put a shadow on him, play him here, he'll do bits. You want good attacking AI and just that high work rates up and down the pitch constantly. But the key is Renato Sanchez. He's going to be playing your left defensive midfielder. He's going to be on drop between defenders, cover centre, and man mark. I think the combination of those 3 is crucial in this formation. What it basically does, with dropping between defenders, rather than your back 4 sort of sit like this, and they just spread out a bit, and Renato drops into that little pocket. And what this then creates, even though the fullbacks are on stay back, you can do like L1 passes to get them involved, and then also then send your cam on runs. So that helped me, obviously, because if you don't have someone on, if you have them on stay back, they sort of sit in the middle of the pitch. But you can still get butchered by 3 balls. I find having Renato in actual drop in between, it just meant that the lanes and the channels were covered quite well for 3 balls. I think the only time I had an issue was when I had to play. I played 5-3-2 with Waman and Neres up front, sorry, and that was just hell. Just pace on 3 balls. But that's how the defensive midfielders line up. The cams are both in the same setting, so they're just on get into the box and nothing else. Get into the box and nothing else. No stay forward, no come back. Just let them naturally navigate that bit of the pitch. You kind of want medium high work rates probably, so medium defense, high attacking. Just get involved. Someone can tackle. I'm hopefully going to move Vasquez into one of these positions because I think he'd be incredible here with those defensive stats. But that's that, and then the strikers are on the same as well. They're not all on the same. I made one change that worked well. Stay central and stay forward and get in behind for one striker, and then get in behind and stay forward for the other. So your slower striker, if you will, I mean, we're in team this season, people have PSA strikers all across the board, but your slower striker, you're going to want them on stay central. Just have them stay in the pitch, almost like your traditional number 9, if you will. They're going to be able to win the ball. They're going to be able to drop it in, let other players come into play. And your more pacey player is going to not have them drift wide, but they're going to be able to make those slightly wider runs. And what I found with Vasquez on this, Muller would take the centre of the pitch, and Vasquez would make these looping, like curved runs round the centre back on 3 balls. So even if I played it on the right hand side of the centre back or the left hand side, Vasquez would make a loop around like the left hand side of the centre back. And because he's got good strength, if you hold L2 whilst like running, he would like body him off the ball, get through it. He could either score or then pass him to Muller. So the opportunities are great. The final thing with this is I turn on the D-pad option for getting to the box throughout the game. That's something I've done all year. Not all game, just sometimes it's like it's a go-to if I'm chasing a game, and then if I find that maybe I want to put a little bit more pressure on winning the attacking third, I'll put that on, and I would flick on attacking fullbacks when and if I felt was needed. So that was I think it's join the attack for the fullbacks. So D-pad tactic, attacking fullbacks is underneath, get into the box. I think it's up and left on the D-pad. So basically, because they're on stay back, they're not going to be making those big runs. So if you get this at maybe like the 35th minute and you want to sort of try and get a goal before half time, just flick on that attacking fullbacks, and all of a sudden they're going to bomb forward. It's going to catch the opponent off guard, and then if you I'm getting hit with counter attacks, just turn it off again. You're fine. You can easily bounce between the two. It's fantastic that way. So that's the tactics. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them. I got Gold 1, and I think I'm going to have Division 1, Division 2 Rivals Award for Serie A, which is my favourite league, and it's this and Ligue 1 that I'm looking forward to, because last night, Lille won Ligue 1. If you've been following the channel, you know I'm a Lille fan. That's why Renato's still on the team. We did have player on Bamba and Yaziki, but they went in as fodder because they just hit the point where they just didn't cut it. We are going to get that Yilmaz, but hopefully he gets a Tots with a 5-star weak foot upgrade, because he has banged some goals in with his left foot. Absolute stunning goal. So I'm looking forward to Ligue 1 Tots, because we should get a lot of good Lille players. I'm hoping for an under 23 Botman SBC. If he doesn't get into the main team, I imagine Jose Font will get into the main team. He'll be a bit slow, but I'm going to use him anyway. People putting Renato into predictions, I'll say don't get your hopes up for a Renato team this season. EA might put him in just to sell packs, but from a Lille fan, he wasn't even a starter in the midfield this season. He started last night, he started at right midfield, but Sumar, Andre and Sheka have sort of kept him out of the squad, and that was partly due to his injury. So he's not deserving of a Tots, but I wouldn't be surprised if EA threw him in purely for the selling pack. But that's me for today. Hope you guys hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you can use these tactics and get some extra wins. Let me know in the comment sections down below how you get on with them, and if there's any other formations you guys want me to see. And as I said, from next week onwards, there will be gameplay, and it could very well be another 4-2-2 updated with gameplay. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good week and enjoy.